This is the Myroon Mixons Pitmaster Barbecue edition of the Scoop on Miami. We meet the winningest man in barbecue, Myroon Mixon, a four-time world champion, and the owner, Anthony Nicolosi, who's serving up the best barbecue in the South. From Brickell, where you can reserve your next corporate or family event. So the next time you're on Brickell Avenue, roll your windows down and smell the smoke. This is not your typical barbecue joint. This is true competition barbecue.
When it comes to barbecue, there's only one place to come, and that's right here in Brickell at Myroon Mixon's Pitmaster Barbecue. Four-time barbecue champion, the winningest man in barbecue. Let's check them out.
Well, you talk about passion. The way I met Anthony for the first time, Anthony, people that come to my barbecue classes are passionate about barbecue. It's a 3-day deal. It's not cheap to come. Well, that's what Anthony did. He came to one of my contests, and he was very passionate, or one of my cook classes, and he was very passionate about it, and me and him really hit it off above the norm. And I had the restaurant in Alexandria, and I had to go up, I think, of next week. We were doing whole hog night there like we're doing here. And I invited him to come up, and if he wanted to come up and help demo the hog, he was all on it. And I guess you want to say the rest is history.
Hi everyone, Ernie Emad with the Scoop on Miami. I want to introduce you to someone who is so competitive, first from Wall Street to car racing, and how fitting Anthony Nicolosi has ended up on Fittipaldi Way.
Thank you very much for coming, Ernie. I appreciate it.
Oh, I was so excited when I came here a month or so to eat and loved the food and said, I have to put these people on the program.
I'm glad we impressed you.
You bet. So we always start the program with, who the heck is Anthony? Tell Miami who you are.
Wow, I'm just a regular guy from New York. Fell in love with passion of barbecue. But what I did through the 90s, I was a wealth management, investment advisor. I moved down to Florida in 1996, and just through my tenor of investments, I've always made investments for the money, making our investors money. This happens to be a passion, and how I actually found this passion was from another passion of mine, which was car racing.
You fit Miami just perfectly, right? Because the fast life of finance, you're in the Brickell Financial District, correct?
Correct.
And then car racing. Tell us a little bit about that. What you raced, what kind of cars, and who you competed with and against.
Well, in the beginning, it was a little bit fun. We did some club racing, some amateur racing. We did it in mostly prototypes, which are basically high downforce cars. Raced in the American Le Mans Series against the biggest and the best race car drivers and race teams out there. Raced alongside the Audi factory team, Penske, but it was a lot of fun. And over that 10 years, in the last few years, it was basically going out into the crowd and giving autographs and seeing the people. And they always wanted to feed me, and they would always try to explain to a New Yorker what barbecue is. And barbecue to me was grilling hot dogs and hamburgers. So I really didn't know. But when they would show me this piece of juicy meat that has been cooking for 12 hours or smoking for 12 hours, when I ate it, I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. What exactly is this? So as I had fun ending my racing career, I took on loving and understanding the world of barbecue, which is slow smoking meat for 8, 10, 12 hours, whatever the case that meat.
And you've learned from the best, because I watched Myroon Mixon, no question, on the food networks that are all the different shows that are there in competitive barbecue, and you went to his school to learn barbecue.
I did. So over the past 10 years that I've been learning barbecue, I've been trained by some of the best in the industry, went to a couple of different schools. But before I decided to open up my own barbecue restaurant, I said, you know what, let me go see the best. And I went to the best school in the country, which is Myroon Mixon's Barbecue Competition School. So he taught me how to do the competition style. I am a Florida barbecue judge, so I do know it.
My goodness, fantastic.
However, I did want to understand Myroon's methods, which I pretty much knew. And then he invited me to his restaurant. And then just having talks in the restaurant, I became partner in his restaurant, and now I own this great establishment down here in Miami.
Fantastic. So you were telling me you're part owner of the one in Virginia and 100% owner of here. And here it's all about the food. So let's talk about the process behind you putting together these incredible dishes?
So the process is, Myroon actually from 1996, really his whole life, but from 1996 he started competing. So he has formulated the best world award-winning rubs, sauces, the way he prepares his meats, the way he smokes his meats, his process is the best. So basically what I've done was taken that process, and now I'm taking that competition barbecue food and serving it to the public.
And no question, because when you're hungry for barbecue and you live in the Brickell downtown area, it's a mission, was a mission, to go to the suburbs or to, grab the family and spend an hour in traffic and an hour waiting and then eating. It's a half a night, and now you can literally walk here to Brickell. 951 Brickell Avenue.
That's where you park. That's where the valet parking is.
That's where the valet
We're at
parking.
947 Brickell
Okay,
Avenue.
so we want to make sure you get the park here.
Park for free.
Park for free, and it is absolutely. So tell me the process, the length of time. Sourcing your meats is very important because you have to start with the best ingredients.
Correct.
To put out the best flavors.
So all of our meats are sourced from special farms. None of them are just commodity-driven meats. They're all from special places. Take our brisket, for instance. Most know in the barbecue world, Creekstone is one of the best farms in the country. That's where we get our prime briskets from. So we get a very nice brisket from Creekstone. What we do is we take that brisket, trim it up nice,
Right.
and then we use our original competition rub, which has been formulated over many years and perfected. We'll put a little of our hickory salt on it, which I call our secret weapon.
Wow.
So he also has an ingredient called
a secret no more.
a secret no more, hickory salt, and a little coarse ground pepper. And we basically rub our brisket, put it on the smoker.
Dry rub?
Dry rub,
Right.
put it on the smoker for about 4 hours. And then what we do is we wrap it in butcher paper, or sometimes we'll wrap it in a pan, depending on if you need some au jus. So we wrap it in butcher paper, and then about another 4 hours later, it's pretty much ready. We don't go low and slow. We're not at 225. We're not sitting there for 16 hours or 20 hours smoking a brisket. We smoke our meats at 275 degrees. You'll know that Myroon Mixon is more of the hot and fast style, which he'll come up to 300, sometimes 350, just depending. But in the restaurants, we run at 275. So we're pretty much done with our briskets in about 8 hours.
In 8 hours, that's fantastic. What other meats, what other food do you prepare here?
Well, we prepare pork butt, which is actually not the butt. That would be the ham. It's the shoulder.
The butts are getting big in Miami. The pork butts have stayed about the same size, but the Miami butts keep getting bigger and bigger. That's okay.
It's all this good food coming down here. We also have nice pork belly.
Okay.
We support and serve baby back ribs. Baby back rib is a very tough rib to make. You got a short window to make it perfect.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Did not know that.
So yes, we do baby back ribs, and we also have special cuts of the day. So we do Thursday through Sunday. We'll do the dinosaur beef rib, that big beef rib.
Fred Flintstone size.
Correct. Yabba dabba delicious.
That's it.
And then we also have on a regular basis, it could be a smoked and grilled rack of lamb. Like today we have the smoked and grilled Wagyu New York strip. So it's a very nice piece of meat. Just something a little bit different, still barbecue-esque, but something different for people to have a little bit off the menu.
Talking about all of this barbecue surrounded by this incredible aroma, it's time to eat. Let's taste Myroon Mixon's special championship
here we go.
barbecue.
When we have the meats.
My goodness.
So right
Where's
here,
the meat? Right in front of me.
there's a few of our meats. We don't have the pork butt on there, but we do have pork belly, got brisket, baby back ribs, and our famous wings. If you'll notice, the brisket has a very nice smoke ring on it.
Beautiful pink smoke ring, and it's the color
Good
is
mahogany
that
color.
Mahogany color. Those ribs. You know, you don't find baby back ribs this meaty in Miami. I can tell you that much.
No.
They're so right.
Yeah, we have a thick company that sends them to us. Took me a while to find exactly where I wanted them, but now we found the spot.
And these are not your traditional baby back ribs. They're just spectacular. And the pork belly just looks beautiful. Everything is so moist. And your chicken wings, they've got the crisp, so it is spectacular. Tell us a little bit about your chicken wings.
So my chicken wings, the chicken wings are actually smoked. We rub them, then we smoke them, and then we actually fry them. We flash fry them after. So we actually let them sit for a certain amount of time through a certain process, which I won't tell you, but it's actually a 24-hour process. Wait, again, I know it's against barbecue rules, but our wings are paired perfectly with this Alabama white sauce.
And this Alabama white sauce is your own recipe.
This is my own recipe.
Oh. You pick up the juicy wing, which you locked in with that extra step of frying, so you get what you really want in a wing, which is a crispy wing, not dry. The rub is spectacular. And what's in this sauce that you can release? It is, oh my goodness.
Well, it's mayonnaise based with apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, a little prepared horseradish, and there is one extra ingredient that I put in, and I can only say that I'm Italian, and that Italian ingredient is in there. I can't tell you what it is.
Oh my goodness. You can put this on any shoe and still eat it, and it will taste delicious.
That'll do it for another episode of The Scoop on Miami. A big thank you to Anthony Nicolosi, the owner of Myroon Mixons Pitmaster Barbecue, located in Brickell at 947 Brickell Avenue. They're open 7 days, Monday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. You can make your reservations, or for more information, contact them at 786-522-2300. A big thank you to Myroon Mixon for spending the time with me and our audience on The Scoop on Miami. It was a thrill to meet such a humble champion. Don't forget, the best way to support our local businesses is simple. Just follow, like, and share The Scoop on Miami, and we'll see you next week on The Scoop on Miami. I'm Ernie Emad.